Guys, this is Coach Tex again. I'm going to go over this video real quick. Okay, I'm going to try to make it as fast as possible. You guys know I like to talk and I like to explain. Sometimes I got to use my journalism degree at some point. But today I'm going to talk about how to deal with a tough loss. Okay, guys, losing is a part of life. Losing is a part of sports. Losing is a part of everything. Okay, how you handle losing determines what type of person you are, what type of player you are, what type of kid you are, what type of father, mother, whatever you are. Okay, you are going to take L's. Number one thing, before I even get into it, you have to not be afraid to lose. Okay, guys, the number one thing, not only in sports but in life, you losing and making mistakes and correcting those mistakes and learning from losses is what will turn you into a winner and make you better, ultimately. Okay? So you guys have to remember that. Okay? You guys, listen, it's a lot of pressure from people on the outside that aren't involved with your loss or your win that pressure you into feeling a certain way about losing. Now, the only time really hurts losing, okay, is your very last chance to win. Does that make sense? Right? Now, in life, as long as you don't lose and die the next day, you still have a chance to do what? Win. In sports, as long as you don't lose the championship and you can never play again after that, that's the only time it hurts. And still then, you're still learning because you learn to teach someone else from your loss from the last time you played. Does that make sense? So, let me get into it real quick. I already done wasted 2 minutes. All right. The number one thing you want to do, you want to be upset that you lost. But you need to get over it fast. Okay? You being upset or feeling hurt about losing shows that you care about winning or losing. A lot of people just don't care. And if you don't care, you don't need to compete. Okay? You want to have a sting. Oh man, I missed a shot. I played bad. We lost this game. We could have won. You want to have this thing, but you want to get over it quick. Okay? You can't let it linger on and bother you until the next 4 or 5 games that you played. Okay? If you lose a game on Friday, it needs to sting until your next game is over. Does that make sense? Or your next game starts. Okay? It needs to sting a little bit. Okay? But you can't have it to where it bothers you and you can't do anything else in your life because you focus on this loss. Yeah, it needs to sting a little bit. Okay? It needs to be in the back of your mind until the next time you play. But you can't let it totally affect you. And you can't, to where you can't function or play better in the next game because of this one loss that you had. Because if you do that, you'll continue to lose and lose and lose more. You got to get over it. All right? Number 2, you got to reflect on the type of game you had when you had that loss. Did you play well? Did your teammates play well? Did you execute certain things? Did you miss the game-winning shot? Okay? You got to go through the game in your mind and analyze what happened, reflect on it, okay? And just kind of like what I used to do on the ride home. I remember when I was in high school, okay, when I used to lose or play bad, one thing, I'm a big hip-hop fan, but one thing I used to do on the way home when I won or lost, I would turn my cell phone off, okay, and I would listen to classical music, okay? I don't know what it is with me. That's just my niche that I found. I would listen to classical music and I would be calm. And for some reason, it will make me remember stuff that happened during basketball games. And I still do this to this day. Like if I'm coaching a game that was tough and I know we could have won, or guys, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes in the game. Sometimes I call timeouts at the bad time, or I make substitutions. Sometimes I still make mistakes. I'm getting better and better and better, and I'm really good at it, but I make mistakes. And if I'm upset about it, I'll get in the car, turn my phone off, and listen to classical music. And I'll start to remember stuff. Like, oh man, I could have did this. I could have did this. And sometimes I'll write it down when I get home, a couple of things that I did, so I can know what I can do better next time, so I don't make the same mistake. 3, a lot of you guys, your parents record the games, the whole entire game. Now, some of you guys don't. Guys, watching film, this is number 3. Watching film will show you right on point at the time, everything, that you made a mistake or made a good play. Yes, one thing, I didn't understand film and how good film is of myself playing or watching film was until I stopped playing. Because when I'm playing, when you're a player, man, you're like, man, I'm in a film room in college, or I'm in a film room in high school. Like, I don't want to watch this. Because a lot of times the coach already has stuff picked out that he wants to look at. But if you could get tape of the game and watch it yourself, like, what did I do wrong here? Oh, coach said I turned the ball over here, or I didn't rotate on defense here, or man, I made a shot. He committed me on me catching and shooting. I just shot a regular shot. Why did he like that shot so much? Now you can go back and watch it like, oh, okay, this is what he's trying to get me to do. And it's a whole different ballgame when you start watching film and analyzing it. Right? So, guys, I wish someone would have told me how valuable watching film of myself or just film of other teams playing is. And, you know, just told me how important that is, and I understood it. But guys, if you listen to this and you plan on playing varsity basketball, you get to the level where you're playing varsity basketball or you're playing college basketball, listen, man, if I could go back in time and be like, hey, coach, after every game, can you give me a copy of the film? Because they make copies anyway to give the assistants and stuff like that. Just go and watch, even like just 20 minutes of the game where you're just skimming through it and watching it. Man, it helps. Okay, that's number 3. Now, the number is number 4 on the list, but it's number 1 to me. Okay, after you do all these other 3 things, you're reflecting over the game, you're upset, all of this stuff, you're watching film. Okay, let's say you had a situation where you missed a game-winning shot, or you made a couple mistakes late in the game, you missed free throws, or just a couple of sequences in the game where you could have done better. Learn from this and don't make the mistake again. Because, guys, sports, coaching, anything, even just life, going from age 16 to 26, going from age 12 to 32. Like, you're not going to be the same person you were at 12 and have the same knowledge that you were at 12 when you are 18. Okay? It's all about growth and learning from mistakes. Okay? If you continue to do the same thing wrong over and over and over and over, you're never going to get better. Prime example, okay? You guys may not believe it or not, but I used to be a video game nerd when I was a kid, just like you guys, but I played something. I was really into video games, right? And, you know, it's totally different now. I don't play them anymore like a lot of people do, even adults my age. But, guys, the old video games were hard, okay? And the only way you could beat a stage or get better at it is by losing and getting your butt kicked on a certain part of a stage over. Just think of like Super Mario Brothers or something. I know it's old and I'm old. But you get to that same stage and you keep, man, I can't jump over this hurdle and this mushroom and this little turtle in the way. I can't jump over here. How am I going to do? Do I run and jump? Do I run and slow down and jump? Do I walk up to it and jump? So you keep trying and trying. It's like, oh, okay, now once you finally jump over and you beat that part, now it's part of your knowledge of the game, right? And that same thing applies with sports, right? You go through these certain situations, and now once you've been through the trenches with certain stuff, it doesn't bother you as much. You're not as rattled. You get better. You learn from those mistakes, and that is what ultimately turns you into a better player. Going through these mistakes, learning from them, and not doing the same thing again. And that not only transitions, over in sports, basketball and stuff. It's the same thing in life, right? Same thing in school. You miss a question on a pop-up quiz or pop quiz or whatever. When you get to the test, now okay, I missed these 3 questions on the pop quiz. They're gonna be on the test. Now you're definitely gonna ace those 3, right? So getting better is a process, man. You got to understand that you're not going to get better until you lose, until you make mistakes and learn from them. All right, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, any ideas for any videos, let me know. Guys, I will put it in there. This is what I do. I love doing this, helping you guys out. I do not post this stuff for people that are not Penguins. But if you happen to have a buddy that wants to watch it, please do. I don't care about how many subscribers I have. These videos are for my Penguin guys, for you guys to go back and watch it. So, all right. Comment, like, and subscribe. Tell your buddies about it because this may be able to help them out too. All right. Email me at dfwpenguins@gmail.com. My Instagram is Penguin Hoops, and I'll see y'all later, man. Peace out.